I know it's hard to tell through the window, but it already started raining. I just got home from work. They said this is gonna switch over to snow maybe around midnight. And that means for me that it's a perfect day to paint some baits. And I got a good one for you today. I'm a little nervous and I'll tell you why. All right guys, here's the bait I'm painting. It is I believe it's a 7-inch glide bait from Clutch Swim Bait Co. I actually bought 2 of them recently at the Kansas City Fishing Expo. I bought them both in this bare bone color so I can paint them. I'm nervous because not only is it the most expensive lure I've ever painted, but also the biggest, so I don't know. Hopefully it turns out good. I think we're just gonna go for this one. We're just gonna go with a pretty traditional shad pattern. May try to throw some little flair in there, some couple crazy patterns, but for the most part, gonna try to keep it basic. I want this bait looking fairly realistic. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tagging along. Let's get into it. I should also mention last night I was playing with some color shift colors to see how they would show up on gold and black. And if I move the camera just right, you can kind of see the effect of it. It's definitely more prevalent in person. I'm using this green stuff whirl, and I think we're gonna add some of that into this bait. I also wanted to mention, if you guys are watching on Facebook, make sure when you're done, head over to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's just my name, Roy Dial. And while you're on YouTube, make sure you like the video, leave me a comment, let me know what you guys think. I really appreciate it. I masked off all the eyelets, masked off the brush tail. I'm scared I'm gonna paint it, and I absolutely love the color of that tail, so I don't want to get any paint on it. And I took the eyeballs off. I was gonna mask them off, but again, I'm scared to get paint on them. I don't want to mess them up. So I just popped them out, and I'll super glue them back in when we're done painting. I do love this bone color, but I'm going to start with a light coat of pearlized white. It's not changing the color much, but it is making it a little bit more white instead of the bone color, and it's definitely adding a lot of flash and sparkle to it. On swim baits, you got to make sure it's hard, but you got to make sure that you're getting paint in the gaps too, so it looks even. All right, that pearl has pretty much dried all the way. Next, from about the gill plate back, I want to do a layer of gold on the shoulders and kind of like the top half of the bait. I'll show you. That's the color we're using. I want to start off light, make sure I'm not doing too much. Come up on the shoulders a little bit. That's gonna end up getting covered up anyway. All right, I think that's it for the gold for now. For the next step, I am going to use a stencil, so I need to make sure that that gold is 100% dry. I just steal my wife's hair dryer and dry it up. For the next step, I'm going to use opaque black. I contemplated on using pearlized black, But when you are using color shift paints like this, they show up best against a more or less of a flat black background. So anyway, I've got this stencil as good as I think I'm gonna get it. Take black mainly along the shoulders, trying to stay away from the gill plate and trying to stay away from this hard line on my stencil. And then I'm going to leave the stencil on and hit it with some color shift. Not sure exactly which one I want to use yet, but hit it with some color shift, let it all dry. Then we can remove the stencil and touch up everything else with some more black at the end. I think I've got enough black on there. I decided to go with this color shift metal. I'm trying to get it to focus. Psychotic Illusion is what this color is called. It's kind of like a greenish purple, depending on the light and how you look at it. I'm satisfied with that, so we're gonna heat set that and we'll take the stencil off. Well, it doesn't look exactly like I had planned, but it definitely looks pretty cool. My next step, I'm going to come back with black and finish this entire top with just more opaque black. If I take that back real quick, I'm going to add some color to the gill plates first. I think I actually want to throw in some pearlized black on the back and see how that looks. Yeah, again, it's probably a very subtle change on the camera, but I think it flows a lot better with the entire bait. I will admit, it does not look like what I had intended in my head, but I will say it still looks pretty cool. I'm going to super glue the eyes in, throw some clear coat on it, and call it a day. Well folks, here it is, the finished product. Super wet with some clear coat. I think it's definitely going to catch fish. I think it's going to get smoked and catch some giants over the next couple years for me. It definitely, like I said, did not turn out how I wanted it to. It didn't turn out how I had imagined it in my head. But like I said, I think it's going to catch fish, And honestly, that's a part of lure painting. Kind of just got to go with the flow sometimes and see what you come up with. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you like this kind of content. I appreciate the support. Make sure you like the video. And by the way, if you're still here, I have another one. I can almost guarantee you I can't wait that long to not paint it. So let me know what I should paint this one. What kind of color scheme should I throw on this guy? I'm tempted to leave it bone, but I love painting lures, so we'll see.